Hi, in this video I will show you 3 examples of Robert James Fischer's games, and it will definitely improve your understanding of the type of positions when you have bishop and your opponent have a knight. Robert James was a really big maestro of such types of positions. My name is Pavel Martinov and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to follow my free masterclass how to always find best moves in chess, and let's start. This position appeared in the game between Robert Fischer and Mark Taimanov, and we are speaking only about 2 results. If Fischer will promote this pawn, he will win. If Black can stop this pawn, it will be a draw. In this position, Taimanov made a mistake. He played King e4. The best move was to play Knight e3, and actually, after we can see that it's a draw, because White can't take on f4. We will play King e7, bring our king to h8, and by the theory it's a draw position because this bishop is on the white squares and he can't control the promoting square of the h4 pawn, and that is a draw. And if white don't want to take on f4, we're actually saving the h5 square and it's impossible to move the pawn because I will take this pawn with my knight. So that was the easiest way. But Taimanov played King e4, and actually it's a mistake because it's quite dangerous to move the king to the white squares, the same like white's bishop can control. And Fischer made a bishop c8 move. Very good, very thin move, because he really using the power of bishop. Bishop can control from one side of the board, another side of the board. And actually from c8 he's doing this brilliantly. For example, after knight f3 I can play bishop b7, and after I will take the knight on f3, transferring the position for winning endgame. And after knight d3 I can play with the same reason bishop f5. Next I will take on d3 and promote my pawn. So after king f4 that was in the game, h4, our pawn is going up. Knight f3, h5, knight g5, bishop f5. Again, thin move because bishop needs to control these squares to cut off from this game this knight. So that is the power of bishop, that he can control lots of squares from one position, and it's easy for him in some kind of the open position to cut the knight. Knight f3, h6, here king g6, and actually it's a zugzwang because after knight f3 I'm going h7 here and king f6, and I will play h8 queen next move, and that's why black resigned. So it's a simple example, but actually it's showing us the understanding of bishop by Robert James Fischer. Let's go to the next one example that will be really more complicated. Again, Fischer played with white pieces, and again he played against Taimanov. In this position, Taimanov played b6 just to save the pawn, and bishop f1. A very nice move because Fischer wants to force Taimanov to play with the a pawn to make these squares after a5. These squares are really weak and our bishop will use these squares. So for example, after rook a8 I can play bishop c4, and it's impossible to save at the same time a6 pawn and f7 pawn, so a5 is maybe the only one move. Bishop c4, so we have a great bishop right here and weak fields over there. Rook f8, king g2, we don't need to forget about our king in the endgame and bring him to the game. Here, king f3, knight d7, rook f3. So actually it's very uncomfortable position for black because it's no active counterplay, and we have bishop that is really much way better than knight because we have the position with different flanks. Yes, so pawns are there, and when we are playing on different flanks, bishop, like a more powerful piece that can control at the same time both flanks, is better than knight. And let's see how Fischer transferred this advantage into the win. King knight b8, rook d3, here c3. Again, very good move because Fischer wants to control d4 and c3 and b4 square with this c3 move. Actually, it's a nice rule that if we have, for example, the bishop on white squares, we need to push our pawns to black squares because they will control black squares. And we want to cut this knight because after knight c6, he can jump into b4 or d4 somewhere. Rook f3, here, a4, trying to fix this pawn structure, and actually b6 pawn will be somewhere weak. Knight e7, h3. We don't need to hurry up and push h4 immediately. We can keep it slowly because it's no counterplay for black. Knight c6, h4 here. Yeah, so I want to take space advantage to make position of black more uncomfortable, and for black without space it will be really uncomfortable to make some maneuvers of their pieces. So Taimanov tried to prevent with h5, but actually this pawn structure on the white squares here can be a target for this white square bishop. Rook d3 here, rook d5. Very good move because we are forcing some kind of f5 because g6 can be faced, for example, somewhere with f5, trying to destroy this pawn structure and push our king to black pawns. So f5 Taimanov played, but all these pawns will be weak and it will be a target for white bishop. Here, so after some moves, we can see that position transferred to the endgame knight versus bishop, and actually that is the weakness and that is the weakness, and we need to transfer our pieces. Bishop will take under treatment this pawn, and our king will go up to take under treatment this pawn, and actually it's impossible to save, to rescue the position with such weaknesses when they have two weaknesses at the same time. So here, and after some moves actually, Fischer brought his king to b5, yes, and his bishop to e8, taking all these pawns under control, and the final will come soon. Here, here, some moves just to wait, just to see what's going on, and make a zugzwang position for black. Here, bishop e8, it's a zugzwang right here, because after king d8, the probably only one move, because black's trying to treat this bishop. The final combination is takes on g6, takes on b6, and it's impossible to stop white pawns. Some moves appeared in the game actually, but we can see that both these pawns, they're really unstoppable, and white king can go somewhere on this flank to take everything. Here, b5, king b6, trying to promote this pawn, and at the same time this king every time can go to this flank. So with knight will take, I will go up, and after a7, king c7, I'm promoting my pawns. So this position is completely winning. That's why Taimanov resigned in this game. Again, Fischer really showed us the beauty of chess understanding, and he used his bishop to win this game, and we need to learn more from his games. In the last example, Fischer played against Michal Tal. He played with white color, and he used the power and magic of bishop, like in the previous examples. Rook d1. He is even ready to sacrifice a pawn to make his pieces better. After takes, rook c1, rook c7, bishop f4, rook c6, bishop e5. And this bishop is so powerful in the center, taking both flanks under control. And we are ready to push our king to collect all these pawns on the king side. Here, for example, after knight takes a2, takes, king f4, this position is completely winning, because I will take all these pawns and promote my pawns, and this bishop is really ready to stop these pawns, but this knight is really far away from white pawns on the king side. So that is completely winning. After knight d5, rook d1. Right here is better to save rooks, because this knight is closer to this flank. Yes, knight f6, king f4. Going up with the king, we want to go to g5, because after g6, firstly we need to play f3. to control these squares, to avoid, for example, on king g5, knight e4, and the pawn is protected, yes? So f3, like in the previous example, we are trying to take all the squares under control. And again, black square bishop, pawns are on white square to control white squares. Knight d7, bishop d6. We want to block this rook from this pawn and move our king to g5. Rook c2, g3, rook e2. After, for example, rook e2, I will play king g5, take all the pawns, and win this position. These pawns are not going up, and this bishop will help to stop them. Again, the same idea. Rook e2, king g5, rook e6. Trying to take everything under defense, but after some moves, we can see that it's impossible. I'm ready right here to exchange these rooks and take this pawn. For example, after rook takes d6, bishop takes, and knight needs to go out because I want to take him. And after king takes g6, I will win the position. Tal tried to play a5. Here, I want to play to g7 actually. It's my treatment. Rook e2, rook d2. I want to save even this pawn because I can do this. Rook e7, bishop d6 here. And this knight is really passive and feels uncomfortable. Rook f7, rook b2. And actually it's a zugzwang, it's no moves for black. This knight can't go because I will take on g6. This rook can't go because I will take this knight. This king can't go because I will take on b7. It's really a zugzwang for black. Try to play f4, takes, rook f5, king h6. But our king is already near this pawn, and I will somewhere use this. b5, rook, bishop d6, b4, g4. I'm going up with my pawns. Rook f3, g5. I'm actually ready to take on f8, take on g6, transfer this position for rook ending, and win. Actually, again, the important thing about the bishop, that is much way easy to exchange bishop for a knight than knight to a bishop. That's the trick that you need to learn. Knight a6, actually played by Tal, takes on g6. And after some moves, we can see that the pawn is ready to go. Rook g2 to support the pawn. And this position is completely winning for white. Here, g6. Here, g7. Rook f4, knight f5. Some tactics, but I actually want to move my pawn. And the pawn is unstoppable. After rook a8, takes. And Fischer won this position just in several moves. It's a huge material advantage for white. Here, a4, check. Here, make this king really passive, and rook, king d6, I'm sorry, and after b3, a3. And there's actually no move for black. After b2, I will even play rook b7, and I will take this pawn. And this position is completely winning for white. That's why black resigned. So again, we saw the great example of Robert James Fischer, how he used his bishop, and we learned some tricks of this, and we made some rules that you can use in your practical chess games. I want to wish you a good luck in your chess. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's learn chess together.